looking like a future all-star.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of NBA 2K11. Last episode earlier, the Los Angeles Lakers defeat the Phoenix Suns by double digit, 107 to 97 for the Phoenix. Jason Richardson 23 points, along with Steve Nash, Hedo 18, Goran 10, and looks like the rest of the Phoenix Suns. On the other hand, for LA, Kobe Bryant 30, Kyle 21, Fisher 15, Artest 11, Bynum 8, Blake 7, and the rest of the LA Lakers. So huge win here in Phoenix. So the Lakers will take care of business over the Suns.
The Jayhawks didn't just win the
So right now, coming up next, Game 2 of the doubleheader featuring here in American Airlines Arena, Battle of Florida. That will be a rival matchup featuring Dwight Howard and Vince Carter of the Orlando Magic take on LeBron James and Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat. It's gonna be a great game. So for this game, the Magic gonna use the blue and the Heat and the white. So for get ready, time to tip off. We're going to send Kevin Harlan here in Miami, Florida, in American Airlines Arena. Tip off, it's moments away. Starts now. Enjoy.
An early season picture of the NBA comes into focus. It'll be the Orlando Magic facing off against the Miami Heat and their fearless penetrator out of the Windy City, Dwayne Wade. Magic, Heat, coming right up.
And we see Eric Spoelstra giving the team their marching orders. This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Miami as the Heat take to the hardwood at American Airlines Arena. First road trip for the Magic kicking things off here in this one. Washington was their last stop where they beat the Wizards.
Kevin, I think it sort of came down to the fact they did not have to deal with a lot of pressure from the defense they were facing. Had they been up against a good defense, it could have easily been a different story.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Nelson and Carter are manning the backcourt. Howard is out there with Brandon Bass and Lewis. And for the Heat, LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. Mike Miller is out there with Dwayne Wade and Anthony. By the force last year, Clark, the Orlando Magic, just looking here at their numbers. They were just unstoppable in the Eastern Conference alone with 39 wins.
Well, Kevin, a lot of teams in the East would have been happy with 39 wins overall on the year, let alone having that kind of number in conference games.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. LeBron James, the league MVP for the past 2 seasons. Charles Barkley said it. LeBron James is the best basketball player in the world. Larry Bird said he's one guy in the league that I think will probably be better than all of us when it's all said and done. Amazing statement from Larry Legend, gentlemen.
It's certainly is. Thank you, Doris. And with the Magic's Eastern record, I guess that just shows how much firepower they have.
A lot of firepower. They love to get it inside. They can shoot the three. They play in transition. You're not going to put up numbers like that unless you have depth, and they had plenty of it and got contributions off the bench, which is key.
They've maneuvered well, haven't they, with
They've
personnel
done a
decisions?
really nice job in terms of putting their team together and keeping it in position to challenge for an Eastern Conference championship.
And here is Lewis. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. Pass to Nelson. Wade picks him up. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball. Green Nelson had that breakout year in 09 that was derailed by injury, but he just didn't look the same last year.
Here is Nelson following the basket by LeBron James. All alone. And it's Wade.
Look at how he closed on the rim for a few seconds after that one. That's never going to endear you to your opponents. They don't like that kind of stuff.
No, that one so much he didn't want to let go.
Yeah, I think he was throwing salt in the wound.
That was a great replay on the Sprite Slam Cam. And here now the Magic after the Heat pick up two. Here's Nelson. And there are the Magic with another bucket. Yeah, back to Jameer Clark. He saw his points per game fall as well as his field goal percentage.
And injuries had a lot to do with that. I mean, you just hope to see Jameer healthy for a full season, and then you'll probably get a better taste of what he's about.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Jameer Nelson. From 11 feet away. And it's Miami with another.
So far, I don't think you can ask for a better start to the game for them. 4 for 4 thus far.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. He believes this game will come down to the battle at their opponent's end of the court. He said, we know they're a very smart defensive team, but we can't let that stop us from asserting ourselves. We need to be the team setting the tone.
Thanks, Doris. Thanks so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though. You have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Here's Nelson. The Heat getting the bucket. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
So far, they haven't found a way to stop him this quarter. He's really been active.
Miller outside. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. Miller's got 5.
Well, it looks like we're going to be going back and forth with these threes all game long. I'm down.
Back to Howard. Goldauskas is checked in for the Heat. Chalmers comes in for Dwayne Wade. Gortat's checked in for Orlando. Anderson comes in for Brandon Bass. Here's Carter. Against Washington, he was really on his game. And that is good.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Wade with only 24 games in all last season, Clark could expect more than that from the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but they made up for it with a good road record, which was a little surprising but necessary. And they do need to do a better job of protecting their home court, though.
Here is Nelson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Defended by Chalmers. Lewis kicks to Nelson. And there are the Magic with another bucket. And that lack of protection you just mentioned came back to haunt them in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly right. If they hold serve at home against the Celtics, Kevin, it changes the whole series. But the inability to win at home, and they get eliminated early.
And here's Nelson following Chris Bosh's 3. Near the 3-point line, it's Lewis. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
Here's Bosh. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Bosh has got 7 points in the game. The Magic trail by 3. Here's Nelson. Shot is off.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
It's a good look. LeBron with the masterpieces by Nelson. LeBron now got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And now the first timeout call here for the Magic. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Fairly evenly played series between these two teams last season. One reason they were neck and neck at the top of the conference.
So for the Magic, Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Gortat. Bass comes in for Ryan Anderson. And Peter subbed in for Rashard Lewis. Here is Carter. 7 points in the game. Backing down is Howard. For the alley-oop. Free throw good, Howard. And both free throws good for Howard. Here's Chalmers. 27 seconds left in the first. Guarded by Nelson. And here's Jones. It's House outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
They're really giving them all all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
Here's Carter. Takes it up. And good off the glass as he lays it in. Carter's got 9.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
House. And another basket for Miami. And some great offensive action to get this one underway in the first. It's the Heat leading by 6.
Well, Kevin, they've been filling it up from long range. Those three-pointers add up quickly.
And we'll return momentarily.
Tune in this Halloween. Darren Williams and the Utah Jazz go up against Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Catch the action next Sunday night.
Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here's LeBron. 6-point game. Looking at the ability for Orlando to win road games, one of the key litmus tests for any great ball club. The Magic did it 25 times last year. Not a bad mark by any means.
One of the best road marks in the league, Kevin. You can do a lot worse and still be fine if you're the Magic, given how well they do play at home. So road numbers like what you see there, 25 road wins, that to me says championship continues.
So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got LeBron James, D-Wade out there with House, then there's Haslem and Anthony. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the league has been buzzing about this Miami team. The superstar talents of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh all on one team. Some criticize them joining forces, and they know they have a target on their backs. Bosh said, "We just had to take that chance, and we were not afraid to be great. So we've jumped in the water, now it's time to swim." Can they stay afloat, guys? Back to you.
They'll find the waters just fine. Thank you, Doris. So it's Miami after the Magic pick up 2. And it's Howard picking him up. Easy shot. And another basket for Miami. Here's Duhan. About 3.5 minutes left in the second. Here's Petrus. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Duhan. The Heat leading by 6. And it's LeBron missing. Last season, LeBron James' second consecutive season as the league MVP.
And he dominated, Kevin. He was second in the league in scoring, 6th in assists, top 10 in steals. Not surprising, he led the league in triple-doubles, too, with 4.
He was terrific. Free throw good, LeBron. For LeBron James, last season ended with another tough defeat. This time, Clark, courtesy of the Boston Celtics.
And it's got to be frustrating for him, Kevin, to be the MVP, to have the best record in the league, but yet again, meet defeat before you can even get back to the finals. Disappointing.
Ilgauskas is checked in for Miami. Miller comes in for Eddie House. And the Magic making a change here. Nelson against Wade. Wade brings the double team. Beatrice against Wade. And again, it's the Magic from deep. And Clark talking about LeBron. He didn't seem himself as the Celtics closed him out of the elbow injury and everything. It just wasn't him.
Yeah, certainly. At one point, that elbow injury caused him to shoot free throws left-handed, but I think it was more the Celtics than the injury.
That was definitely a factor. You're right. Here's Nelson following the basket by LeBron James. It's Nelson up top. Wade is covering. With the fadeaway. It's Petrus again for 3. He's got 8.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Now Ilgauskas jacks up the triple. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
It didn't sit well with him, that 3 he had just given up, so he went out and got it right back.
Looking at this Miami team. The Heat only 9-7, Clark, in the division last year.
But with that division, anything over 500 is a good mark. I mean, 4 teams in the postseason, Kevin. That's a really tough division. Hoping to force them. Turnovers, they switch to the half-court track.
Here is Nelson. 11 points in the game. Here's Lewis. It's blocked. Yeah, in that tough division you mentioned, it's not really going to get any easier anytime soon.
I don't think so. At least the tough teams should prepare them better for non-divisional games going forward.
You would think that. Here is Nelson. Following the basket by LeBron James.
There's always the chance for something special to happen when he's headed to the basket.
Well, you can anticipate it, but as a defender, you can't necessarily. Stop it. Here's Wade, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. And that's laid up and in. Wade's got 6 points.
I love his tenacity and aggressiveness on offense. He's lightning quick and loves to take it to the rim. Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
The Heat leading by 7. Brings it down. Boy.
Graceful, so smooth when he takes it strong to the rim like that.
Well, Clark, you can pretty much always depend on him for those kinds of plays.
Yeah, graceful and powerful.
Sure.
Nice job to advance the arm. Way to get it up court for the open finish. He has the ability to turn every dunk into something special. And that's exactly what he did.
Well, even when you're waiting for a jam like that, it still throws you away.
Yeah, it's special. That's right.
Here's Carter. He's got 9. Again, the Magic score.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here's Haslam. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. He has 5.
Got an open look out there in transition and did not hesitate. That's a nice shot.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
I love what I saw from their offense. Not that their defense was bad. Matter of fact, it was pretty good as well. But good plays, well executed, especially on offense, that was the difference.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Magic also changing it up. Gortat's checked in for Howard. Bass comes in for Michael Petras. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Vince Carter. Here's Nelson. 11 points in the game. Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. First, good foul.
Now it appears an injury on. On the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Kevin, this is certainly one aspect of the game that you never want to see. Hopefully the injury's not too severe, and he'll be able to return to action soon.
First one falls for. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Chalmers. 33 seconds left in the half. The dump off. Bosh, the screen. Down low. Tipped.
The interior D was lurking on that one. They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
That's good. The Heat leading by 6. side, Bosch. Over pass. And another basket for Miami.
That's a little bit of the European style of play there. When your bigs can hit the mid-range jumper, it can really open things up for everybody else.
And the first half is now in the books.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 14 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also. Boy, he was locked in that whole half.
Heat lead by 8.
Welcome to HP at the half. The NBA season is just getting underway. Miami up on top against Orlando. Precision ball movement. They made some fantastic passes. And LeBron having no problems as expected, scoring at will against the Magic team. He's got 14 points and is up to his usual tricks, dropping a lot of dimes all over the court. And the Magic have been plugging away. They've enjoyed a good start so far this season. Jameer Nelson having a huge impact. He has 11 points and has put on a show with all the assists he's dished out. A pair of guys here who've been factors for their teams in tonight's game. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan and Clark Kellogg calling your game. I'll see you next time.
Now the second half about to begin in just a moment. Here's Wade. He's got 10 on the court for Orlando. Nelson and Redick are the guards. Brandon Bass is out there with Howard and Carter. Clark Wade gets a lot of credit for his offense, and deservedly so, but I think in some circles he's a very underrated defender. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, Kevin. I mean, he isn't the biggest guard, but he can guard anyone at the position because of his speed, length, and strength. He's a pretty strong guy.
Both free throws good from Wade. Here is Nelson. He's got 11. Wade is covering. Nelson dishes to Howard. And more on Wade's defense. He is always the leader in blocks for a guard, it seems.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that has a knack for being able to get the shot.
This Heat team really had to ride D-Wade's shoulders last year.
Nothing new there, Kevin. I mean, they really leaned on him for a lot of things. Everything in the stat sheet was something.
And then Wade slams it in.
That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
Pass to Nelson. Howard, the pass to Nelson.
They switch now to the full court press. We'll see if they can find a way to pressure the ball and force a few turnovers. This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players. These guys are putting on a clinic. They're playing with confidence, and their offense is really flowing.
Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for J.J. Redick. Free throw good, LeBron.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's got 19 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Pass.
I see him.
Baseline jumper. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here.
Fades back. That's loose for 3. That's Bosh. That time on the assist by Wade. Bosh has got 12 points in the game. And here now the Magic. It's a 14-point game. Nelson outside. Goes up. Tipped. Anthony with it. It's a 14-point game. Here's Miller. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night.
This is an unbelievable start to this game. They're running their offense to perfection. Everything is right on target.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. And you look at Wade, losing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
2 words for you about this guy. Fast hand. He was able to come away with the ball a lot last season. He found a way always.
A nice shot by Carter.
He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
Here's Wade. He dumps it off. Bosh, it's good.
Such a creative finish. That was an impressive move.
Here is Nelson. He's got 11. Wade is covering. Wade against Nelson. Over Miller. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, he's really doing all he can to keep his team in the game here. What a tremendous effort.
Here's LeBron. And finished off with a two-hand slam.
Oh, my goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
And here's Nelson. He's got 13.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Here's Wade. It's a 13-point game. And the one-handed jam to finish.
That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
A lot of attention always paid to the starters, but you know, Clark, this Magic bench was a big part of their success last season.
Well, that was until the playoffs. They seemed to be extremely overmatched by the Celtics bench in the conference finals, and I thought that was the difference in that series.
Lewis gets the bucket. Here's LeBron. He's got 21. After his spring playoff run in 2009, people thought Lewis was primed for a big year last season, and he really kind of faltered.
And you know what? He had that tough start, though. He was suspended at the start of the season, Kevin, and as a result, never really was able to get into a rhythm early on, and that caused him to struggle all year, I think.
So for Richard, you really think that early season suspension played a role in his season?
No, without question. You need the repetition, and then also you think about the dynamic of the team changing with the acquisition of Vince Carter. You know, and that's something that certainly contributed to his decreased numbers as well.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Orlando. Duhan comes in for Jameer Nelson.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He has 15 points, and you can add 1 3-pointer to his stat line also. He is in complete control of this game.
Here's Chalmers, and again, Miami with the triple.
He got that one, but he hasn't been producing the way we're accustomed to. He needs to look for a shot a bit more.
A challenging stretch here for Orlando. Trailing by 17. Here's Duhan. Connects from in close. 6 points for him.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Here's Haslam. Takes it up. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Here comes Carter. He's got 15. Here's Howard. Goes up, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Duhan. Howard's got 8 points. Shot the game clock separated by 5.
Oh, goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The team made that much too easy for him.
On offense, here are the Magic. 17-point game. Back to Carter. And, yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line.
At the line for the Magic, Rashawn Lewis, shooting.
Nice job at the line. That one falls. To pick up the and one. Here's Chalmers. 8 points for him. Haslam, that's good. 9 points in the game so far.
Their game plan is to push the break, and it sure has worked so far. They're running circles around the defense.
Bucks go with a 3, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
Got an open look out there in transition and did not hesitate. That's a nice shot.
So it's Miami now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
This is a fun game to watch, especially defensively. You like that side of the ball. I mean, big-time SWAT action all game long. Nothing easy. Not too often do you see such a... big impact from shot blocking, but that was definitely worth noting in this one.
Buzzer sounds in a double-digit game as we end the third quarter. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's been filling it up, Kevin. No surprise there. He's a guy who can really do damage when he's in a groove.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
Tune in this Halloween. Monte Ellis and the Golden State Warriors take on Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers next Sunday, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific.
Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris Burke.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Heat put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. Their commitment to stifling defense has been a focal point as they continue to build on this lead, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
And it's the Magic with the ball. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra is on the floor. Bosch and LeBron both on the floor. Mike Miller is out there at Chalmers. Lewis on top. Over Bosch. Lewis gets the bucket.
Not bad, partner. If he keeps this up and they can get a few stops, they should be able to... That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they... give up a rack-to-rack finish.
And here's Nelson. Defended by Chalmers. Here's Quartet. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson.
Way to distribute the basketball.
And Miami has possession. 13-point lead. I'll be off to New Jersey for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And here now the Magic. Down by 15.
Help out! Help out!
Here's Quartet. And there's the Magic with another bucket. Here's LeBron. And the first one drops. Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. Orlando also making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Gortat. Carter comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Duhon in for Jameer Nelson. Here is Carter. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was clearly fuming. He told them, "You guys look like you're sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning or what, but we've got to step up and wake up." Guys?
Great anticipation.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Here's Wade. No good. The Magic the other way. Duhon with the ball.
Yeah, I see him.
Howard in the post. He's going by Hasler. Howard's shot is good.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Gets it to go. 18 points for Wade.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
This game a pretty lopsided one.
Yeah, and they need to find some...
Man!
What about the setup? I mean, there are... assists, and then there are delicious dimes.
Well, putting it up there soft and throwing it down hard. Deflected. Here's Haslam. And the assist goes to LeBron. Here's Duhon. 2:48 left to the fourth. Here's Carter. Blocked. The break is up. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. And it's Miami with another.
Well, he's lighting it up. And that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer. To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
Now Duhon, the tray, and the basket good. Here's LeBron. Beautifully.
He's taking center stage here in the second half. He's been getting bucket after bucket.
Here comes Carter. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're losing by 18. 1:56 left in the game. And the Heat will get a change here. Anthony's checked in. Then for the Magic, Jameer Nelson's checked in for Chris Duhon. Here is Nelson. Carter left side. Suppose he draws the foul. He'll shoot two. That's on Mike Miller.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot. Kevin, they've been very efficient from the line today. Extremely efficient. Especially here in the second half. I mean, they've not missed one yet. 100% from the line. That's strong.
Wade for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Healthy lead. And with smart play the rest of the way, they should be able to win this.
And here now the Magic. 19-point game. Here's Nelson. Answers right back with a three of his own. Nelson's got 19 points.
Get the burner!
It's Miller on the run. Can't answer back with his own three. Here comes Jameer Nelson. Here's Carter. Trying to get off his assist.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
LeBron kicks to Miller. Behind the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Heat lead by 17. Here is Carter. 1:17 left in the fourth. Here's Nelson. It's stolen by Wade. And Miami has possession. LeBron outside. And the Heat got another bucket right there.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy.
Here comes Nelson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Wade. It's one-on-one. It's the hammer down.
Victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
And it's Orlando's ball. It's Vince Carter on the wing, covered by Miller. Backed on the way up, and he'll get two shots at the line.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Howard. Here's Wade. 36 seconds left in the game. Bosch against Lewis. Shots good by Bosch.
They're leading by double digits. And I'd say this game is essentially done. Less than a minute remaining now. Looks like this one's all but done, Kev.
Here's Carter. Snatched away. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Wade. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
So in the Miami Heat game, dominant victory over the Magic, 118.97. Looks like Air Jordan VI shoe collection once again vertical. So not what in right now for vertical. Air Jordan right here. So update. Hey, Greg Oden will be sure need day today. Will be stay here. So Darren Collison out for 46 due to the torn meniscus. But that will be fine. So check out some update here. Iverson heads to Phil Lee. That was good. So looks like we're ready to start the tip. So now we check out some of the updates there. Check out the calendar on October 3. But first check out the debut Magic vs Heat from Miami. LeBron 31 points, Dwayne Wade 25, Chris Bosh 16, Miller 13, Haslam 11, Chalmers 10, and the rest of the Miami Heat. The other hand for the Orlando, Porter and Nelson both scored 19. Nelson have 11, Howard 14, Lewis 13, Duo 9, Petrus 8, and the rest of the Orlando Magic. So now move on here on October 30. We got 8 NBA games here: Washington, Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota, Memphis, Sacramento, Cleveland, Portland, New York, Denver, Houston, Bobcats, Bucks, Hornets, Spurs, and 76ers, Pacers. Let's simulate here. Simulate right here. We got, okay, Ray Ellington was injured. Oh! Trevor Ariza is out for 6 to 8 weeks due to the broken foot. So the next play injury is cursed. Let's just block the 2K. Oh, no. There's no way here. So let's look up the update here. So Washington, Chicago, Memphis, Cleveland, New York, Houston, Milwaukee, San Antonio, and Philly. Okay. So they will pick up their win here. So check out the Halloween game on October 31. 4 NBA games play on Halloween. And also there will be one. The first time was the real life the NBC Sunday Night Football playing the World Series on the same day. It was the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the New Orleans Saints here in Superdome. It was the battle of the last 2 Super Bowl champions, the 43 champion Steelers led by Ben Roethlisberger take on the defending champions of the 44 champion Saints led by Drew Brees in the upper seat of Game 4 of the World Series between San Francisco Giants and the Texas Rangers. Let's check out the Halloween game. Dallas Clippers, Miami, New Jersey, Utah, OKC, and Golden State LA Lakers. So let's simulate on October 21 and see what's going on simulate. Brandon Hayward will be out for 1 or 2 weeks due to the lower back. Udot keeping on the dislocated. Solomon Jones will be healed. So check out some update their schedule and update their status. So Dallas pick up a win. Miami, OKC, and the Lakers. So that was fine. And then move on the first month of November 1. 3 NBA games together and the same as well. Monday Night Football opposite of Game 5 of the World Series between Houston, Texas, and the Indianapolis Colts. And then it was the San Francisco Giants and Texas Rangers. This was the last game. And then eventually the San Francisco Giants have won the World Series, and for the first time in 54 years, the end of the drought, they win the game over the Texas Rangers at 5 in the 2010 World Series. So to Portland, Chicago, Toronto, Sacramento, and San Antonio Clippers. Alright, so just simulate right here. Not seeing Ray Ellington is in right now, injured heel. So we got Chicago, Toronto, and moving on November 2. We got 7 NBA games here: Atlanta, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Washington, Portland, Milwaukee, Boston, Detroit, Minnesota, Miami, Orlando, New York, and Memphis, and the Lakers. Let's see the Knicks. Let's see the Knicks game here. It was the postpone. I don't know why this is postponed here. I don't know the postpone and was the real life Magic in the Knicks encounter, but it wasn't in real life, and then now they postpone. And then make up the date in on so that was in real life, the Orlando Magic and New York Knicks on November 2, but the game was postponed due to the asbestos scared when debris fell at the MSG and rescheduled on March 28, 2011. So that was in real life. So that was the postponed in real life. Simulate right now. Jamar Moon, there will be twisted ankle. Tayshaun Prince, oh no! Tayshaun Prince is out for 4 to 6 weeks due to the torn Meninkus. No way, there's no one that's injured. Ryan Skybreen injured for the third knee. Jamar Crawford will be healed. Alright, it's gonna simulate right now. Checking the game. Here comes the blue box score. Checking the game view again. Atlanta, Washington, Milwaukee, Boston, Miami, New York, and Memphis. Wow, Memphis stunned Lakers. How about this? Defeating defending champs. So Kobe Bryant only got 33 and seeded for the Memphis. OJ Mayo 22 and Zach Randolph 21. And Rudy Gay has 18 points, and now move on November 3. We got how many games there? So 12 NBA games together. We have Pistons, Hawks, Bobcats, Nets, Timberwolves, Magic, Pacers, Sixers, Mavericks, Nuggets, Raptors, Jazz. Rematch of the Western Conference Semi: Spurs, Suns, Hornets, Rockets, Grizzlies, Warriors, Thunder, Clippers. Our first matchup will be the Lakers and the Kings. Kobe Bryant will up against DeMarcus Cousins in the second game. Brandon Jennings of the Milwaukee Bucks take on Paul Pierce of the Boston Celtics. So first, I want to go all the way to Detroit, Atlanta to Oklahoma Clippers. So we're the first one here, Detroit and the Atlanta Hawks will win by 15, 25 points for Joe Johnson, Allen for double-double, BB 17, Stocky for Detroit 25. So that seems there's Charlotte and New Jersey. Charlotte win. Otno 21 for New Jersey, Lopez 18-10, Harris 13. Oh, Steven Jackson scored 44 points. DJ Augustine 18. Gerard was 14. That was never seen. Steven Jackson's got 44 points. You never seen this. Minnesota and Orlando. Minnesota with the upset over Orlando. Dwight Howard 31-11. Jameer Nelson 19. Peters 15. Other hand for Minnesota. Flynn 23. Beasley 16. Kevin Love 15-11. Noah 13. And Wells Johnson 10. Indiana and Philly will win by 3 over Indiana. Andre Iguodala 20, Space 12 along with Lucinoni, and Brad had double-double, and Lou Williams for the Pacers, 33 points for Danny Granger, 20-13 for Roy Hibbert. Dallas and Denver, and Dallas will win. Dominate win over Denver. Carmelo Anthony 32, Billups 20, and Dirk Nowitzki 42-9. Terry 13. Toronto and Utah, and okay, Darren Williams will be Bruce Sip just fine. 1 or 2 weeks, and Utah still without Darren Williams. Al Jefferson 33, Darren Williams 29-9, Jack 25, Barbosa 23, Barbosa 21, Toronto. San Antonio and Phoenix Suns. I like the screen here. Looks like the scene here. And the Suns defeat the Spurs. 32 points and 11 assists for Steve Nash. Josh Childress 16. Hill 15, 13 14, Richardson 11 and 10, Fry 10, and the rest of Phoenix Suns. On the other hand, for San Antonio, Parker 23, Bucky Parker 27, Duncan 24, 16 rebounds, Ginobili 21, and Jefferson 10, and the rest of those San Antonios. New Orleans and Houston, and Rockets win by 3. Brooks 23, Scola, Martin 21, Yao Ming 2017, and the rest of Houston. On the other hand, for Hornets, Chris Paul 36, Thornton 18, Okafor 13 and 10, and the rest of the Hornets. Next up, we got Memphis and Golden State, and Memphis wins. Ellis 25, lead double-double. Curry also double-double. Wright 11, and the rest of the Memphis. The other hand for Memphis, OG Mayo 26, Random 18-14, Rudy Gay 14-9, Gosso 13, Conley 12, and the rest of the Memphis Grizzlies. And the last one, Oklahoma and the Clippers. And Clippers stunningly wins by 8 over the OKC. Kaman 24, Gordon 20. Kaman had 10 rebounds, and Baron Davis getting triple-double. At the other hand for OKC, Kevin Durant 38, Russell Westbrook 21, and Green 15, and the rest of OKC. So right now, before heads to preparing LA and Sacramento games, check out some conference and update their standings so far. Boston remains the last undefeated team left in the NBA. They are 4-0, looking go for 5. Memphis are number 1. Lakers, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Phoenix, and Oklahoma City are sharing 3-1 or 16s or 3-1. New Orleans, Utah, Sacramento, 3 teams are 2-2. But Nuggets never won yet so far. 0-4 is yet to be defeated. Nuggets are not won yet, so the Clippers only one win here, so no win is yet. And our Boston 4-0, Miami 4-1, Milwaukee and New York 3-1, Chicago and Washington 2-1. And it looks like the rest are Detroit remains still winless, no wins yet this season. And update their power rankings. Boston at number 1 ranked, LA down to 2, OKC 3, San Antonio, Miami, Milwaukee, Houston, New York, Phoenix, and Sacramento somehow. They moved the top 10, that was surprising in the NBA. So 15th place, Dallas still there. So Dallas only got the lose of the season, that was the Bobcats. So it's time to say $5 next week. We're on the way to Oracle Arena in Sacramento and the TD Garden. First matchup of the day. Time to quit now here. Ready? So first game we're heads to Oracle Arena. Yeah, Oracle Arena. We have Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol of the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Marcus Cousins of the Sacramento Kings. It's gonna be a great year in the Pacific rivalry, and followed by Game 2 featuring Brandon Jennings and Andrew Bogut of the Milwaukee Bucks take on Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett of the Boston Celtics. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and as we all know, the NBA Cup wrap up their semi-quarterfinal sets. OKC defeat Phoenix, San Antonio stun LA Lakers, Magic beat the Heat, and Knicks beat the Raptors. And yesterday, the NFL Week 15 wrap up here Thursday night. It was the Atlanta Falcons took down Baker Mayfield, the NFC South leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Bryce Young. The Carolina Panthers are now the NFC new leader, since the Bucs are now might be unlikely, same as the Colts are likely to get the collapse after Bucs are 6-2 and Indianapolis 7-1, hopefully to a boarding collapse. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as we reach the 1 hour, and we'll see you next week here for Saturday night or Friday. So Diamond Taker for this, and see you next week on Friday and Saturday night. We'll be ending up back to back. So take care of business, and so long everyone as the Heat beat the Magic 180-97, and Diamond Taker, and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you next week.